What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Adam Mentality's World. I got the list of Adam Mentality. I'm going to do a Raw recap, a Raw meet, whatever I'm going to call it. I'm not sure right now. We're going to discuss Raw right now, let you know what I think about it. You tell me down below what you think about it. Don't forget to like, comment below what you think, subscribe if you haven't already, and tell your friends. Alright, this has nothing to do with Raw, but this is huge news. If you watch my channel, you know I like to make these videos. I show videos about the belts, talk about the pay-per-views, predictions, blah blah blah. We're going to do a first ever live stream of Royal Rumble with my friends, Mr. at Kid Jalisco 21 and at Zo3Z. We're going to be at Kid Jalisco 21's house. I'm going to bring my laptop. We tried to do a live stream the other day. I don't know if some people saw it. Thank you for watching. We're going to try this on the Royal Rumble. We're going to watch the Royal Rumble, have the camera facing towards us. You guys can live chat, comment below, let me know what you think's going on. You'll be able to see what we think is going on by our reactions. Hopefully it's not too much of a delay, but it's kind of cool because then we can watch it with my two buddies and all you at home, and it's kind of like a big community thing. So we're hoping to do that, and we'll see if we're successful. We're going to try it on the other pay-per-views if we can. If not with my other buddies, at least with me, so I can watch it with other people. That's it. This is the first time we're ever doing it, and we're going to try it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it's a success. But that is it for now. Let's talk about Raw. So Raw starts off with, of course, da da. It either starts with that song or it ends with that song. Either way, Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns comes out, starts talking about Chris Jericho and Y2J, blah blah blah. Then Kevin Owens and Y2J, aka Chris Jericho, come out and they start talking, blah blah blah. And then Y2J is like, oh, I'm gonna beat you up or whatever. And then Roman Reigns is like, did you just give me my rematch? He's like, no. And Kevin Owens is like, I got this. Yeah, we'll give you your rematch. And Y2J is kind of, what? Because he doesn't want to have the rematch against Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns is the guy. But he's like, okay, reluctantly, I guess, has the rematch with him. But Kevin Owens has a plan in his head. Next up, we got Luke Gallows versus Cesaro. This is kind of giving us some fuel for the Royal Rumble because it's going to have the tag titles. The Club versus Cesaro and Sheamus. They're going to put the tag titles on the line. The new tag titles, not the old ones that I have that are now old and no longer a part of history. So Luke Gallows wins because there's, of course, a little bit of outside interference. That's why they're going to have two referees at Royal Rumble. So to keep the, I don't know what you call it, trickery at less, whatever. But we all know, let's say if they have they could have 1,000 referees. Every one of them's not going to see just like the clear thing, like, oh yeah, he just hit him with a chair. So the two referees, I don't think usually have a big impact. It's just kind of like, ooh, twice as many referees. But we all know how that's going to play. Then you had Mick Foley backstage, and Sami Zayn comes up to it and is like, hey Mick, I want to announce that I'm in the Royal Rumble. Meanwhile, Mick Foley's on the phone with Stephanie, and Stephanie's like, no, that's not how it works. You're going to have to compete with Seth Rollins to be in the Royal Rumble. So then they have the match with Sami versus Seth. So Seth gets told by Mick that whoever wins this match is in the Royal Rumble. Whoever loses is not going to be in the Royal Rumble. So they have the match. They have a really great match because you got Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins. Those are two of the greatest wrestlers they have right now. Sami Zayn gets hurt a lot, but still he puts his body on the line, and we're basically buddies now because he took a picture with me. Wink. Of course, they go back and forth. Seth Rollins gives him the pedigree on the side, like on the apron, which I'm sure hurt Seth Rollins' knee more than anything. Then all of a sudden, time to play the game. Mr. Lemmy of Motorhead song comes on the game, Triple H. So you think, oh, Triple H is coming out. So Seth's like looking towards the Titantron, and then he goes, oh yeah, I gotta look behind me too, because he could pop up anywhere. And then he doesn't pop up. Then Sami rolls him up 1, 2, 3 in a really bad, I guess you call it, it's not a schoolboy. I can't remember what that move's called. So Sami Zayn is in the Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins is not in the Royal Rumble. I know a lot of people were mad, but it's like, it doesn't really matter. We all know Seth Rollins is going to fight Triple H at WrestleMania. They're not going to be, the title's not going to be in line, so I'm not upset about it. Seth can take the night off, or he can look for Triple H, interfere, do whatever he wants to, make Triple H mad. Maybe he'll pedigree Stephanie. But I understand why they didn't put Seth Rollins in the Royal Rumble because there's no need to, because he's fighting Triple H at WrestleMania. Alright, then we had a Cruiserweight match. Don't really care. You had the good guys versus the bad guys. Good guys won. On to the next match. Then you got the New Day backstage. They scare Mr. Sasha Banks, aka I believe his name is Mikaze with the cart. In case you didn't know that, if you go back and look at it, that is Sasha Banks' husband in real life. New Day comes out. They start talking. They got a new green Francesca 2.0. And they start blah, 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 blah. And then Enzo and Cass come out. And then Enzo says he's going to be in the Royal Rumble too. Not Enzo, Big Cass. I get them all confused. Then Rusev comes out, which is pretty funny. I like Rusev. If you watch Total Divas, it gives a insight about how Rusev really is. I liked him before, but now I'm really starting to like him on Total Divas. If you don't watch it, check it out. But Rusev starts coming out, you're the Big E. You're the Big Cass. No one needs to say big. Everyone knows I'm handsome. I'm not handsome, Rusev. That's a horrible accent. I apologize already. So Rusev has gender, and they get in the ring, and they start talking, and Titus comes out, and New Day's like losing their mind, and there's like a new thing going on where they say like, catch me outside, how about that? And Xavier Woods says it to Titus, which is funny, because there's like a 2-foot height difference between Xavier and Titus can't understand what he's talking about. He's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And they tried to explain it to him, and they're like, all right, cool, we're gonna have a 4-on-4 match. And then it's like, there's 5 people on New Day and Enzo and Cass, and there's only 4 people on the other side, but Lana's one of them. People started chanting like, yes, yes, and Lana, because they wanted Lana to wrestle. But she didn't wrestle because Braun Strowman came out. Then you had the match with Braun, Rusev, Jinder, and who was the other person? Titus, yes, the Titus. They go back and forth, and then it gets to the end. It's Enzo versus Braun. Now you think it was hard when Enzo was fighting Rusev. Enzo versus Braun is definitely David Goliath, except in this instance, David died. He got pinned 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring by Braun Strowman. Then the Big Show comes out, looking in the best shape I have ever seen him in. Happy for him, because if you think it's hard being on a treadmill as a regular person, you can't be on a treadmill as a heavy guy like that, as a 7'2", 400-something pound monster, because you're going to break the treadmill, you're going to blow your knees out, and then you're going to be in a wheelchair and you can't do anything. You're just going to get fat. So the fact that he's in great shape, 2 thumbs up from this guy right here. He goes out there, then they have to stare down with Braun and Big Show. Now I don't know what their final plan is. If they don't have it planned out already for, what's his name, Braun to turn and beat up the Big Show, this is a bad move, because this just made Braun look weak, because Big Show's got about, looks like 3 inches on Braun, maybe more, maybe less, somewhere in there. But Braun's the younger guy. He should not be intimidated by the Big Show, and it showed that he was intimidated by him, and he shouldn't be. I also wanted to say that people boo the Big Show, but they shouldn't boo him, because they're like, oh, he's good, oh, he's bad, oh, he's good, oh, he's bad. He's just doing his job. He's the biggest guy, and if the boss tells him go out there, beat up the good guy, now he's a bad guy. If they tell him, beat up the bad guy, now he's a good guy. You go to your job, you do what your boss tells you, you keep your job. He goes to his job, he does what his boss tells him, he gets to have a job. So much love for the Big Show. Even though people tell him you should retire, you should quit, he should only quit when he wants to quit and when his health says he shouldn't wrestle anymore. And that's my little soapbox. I'm gonna get off of that. Big Show, Braun. Page 2. Then you got Roman versus Y2J for the United States Championship. It's down there. You can't see it because my camera's too high. So at the end, Kevin Owens jumps in, beats out Roman Reigns, so it's a DQ, but Y2J loses, but he keeps the title. And then Kevin Owens is about to lock Roman in the cage, and of course, the almighty Roman cannot be locked in the cage because he's Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns gets out, then he locks Kevin Owens in there, and then Y2J tries to grab him, and he goes up, and then Y2J gets, boom, Superman punch, and then he gets speared. So of course, Roman Reigns goes out on top with da-na, ba-na. I like Roman Reigns. I just don't like him being his Universal Champ. I love it when he's just a U.S. Champ, but that can only last for so long. Then you got Nia Jax comes out. She beats up this poor little white girl who's scared to death. It'd be like if I had to fight her. Then she squashes her, and then she starts talking about how Sasha was ruined and destroyed, blah, blah, blah. And then Sasha comes out, and she has a crutch, and she's hobbling along. And then I think it's funny because when she crawls in there, she starts hitting her. It looks like she's trying to knock the lumps out of her. It's like a thing of mashed potatoes, like squish, 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 which I don't think hit her at all. It was almost, I would laugh so hard. I want to make a video of this where he hits it, go woohoo, 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 like the Pillsbury Doughboy, cause she is chunky. Then you got Swann versus Noam Dar with Alicia Fox by his side. Goes back and forward. Once again, I don't really care because I don't like Rich Swann or the cruiserweights. End of the day, Rich Swann wins with a really cool kick though. Then Neville comes out, who after Rich Swann calls him out, he's like, "You think you're the king? You're the jester." Crickets. Okay. First he called him a sourpuss or a royal sourpuss or whatever it was, and then he called him jester. Creative. You got to come up with different insults and better ones. So Neville gets beat up, so that's a clear sign that Neville might win. Then you got Goldberg, the big build-up. Goldberg finally comes out. Apparently he headbutts the door, and then he comes out to the ring and he goes through the flames and stuff. And they go right when he goes like, high five, and all the people in the crowd, high five, high five. Then this crazy white guy goes, ah, and rips his shirt off. Goldberg grabs a little bit of it. Then he goes to the ring, and from here on out, I don't know what Goldberg said because he had a cut right here on his head. I thought he shaved his head and nicked it because I've shaved before and I've nicked it and it just bleeds forever. And that's exactly what it did. It just kept going and going. At one point, it was going down his face. He kept having to rinse it off or rub it off, and he couldn't get it. And so I have no idea what he said, to be honest with you. Then Paul Heyman comes out. He introduces Brock Lesnar. Then Brock Lesnar gets into the ring. You had the face to face with Goldberg versus Brock. And you're like, oh, it's about to go down. And the lights going, dong, and everybody, yeah! And then Undertaker pops up, and he look on his face is just like, I've been under the ring too dang long. Jeez, Raw is a long show. You have them staring at each other. The only person that looked scared was Brock Lesnar, which I did not like because Brock Lesnar could beat both of them in a real fight. And that's it. You have a stare down. That was cool, but it's like, okay, what did it lead to? Nobody hit anybody, nobody did anything, so it's like, oh no, what happened? Nobody knows what happened. Only people at the show know what's happened. So if you know somebody who knows what happened, let me know, because I'm curious. And as for the list of adamantality, that is it. I hope everybody enjoyed watching it. Once again, like, comment, subscribe. Watch us on Sunday for the Royal Rumble. Hopefully the live stream works. If we're not live streaming, something happened, and I apologize because that is the plan. But sometimes plans don't go as you planned. That's it. Don't forget, like I said, tell your buddies. Tell them if they want to watch the live stream too. They're more than welcome to. Like I said, tell everybody. And that is it. Hope everybody has a great night. And peace.